Alright, the folks, your boy, Mars 105 numbers. After the name, traditional here, Wasteland Wednesday. Straight murder game, straight my only death, I think, right there at the beginning, getting out of the way quick. I have no opening routes for Nuketown. I literally don't know how to play it. So I wanted to talk about Nuketown in this game, but I also want to talk about Zero. I'm going to talk about Zero first over here, new specialist. So, when Zero first kind of came to our existence, like the first 2 or 3 times I played the game from her being there, I wasn't really the biggest fan. I was like, who the hell is this woman hacking on my streaks and all this stuff? And I'm still probably not. The fact that there is a specialist that could take your hard-earned streaks just because she happened to be like alive long enough in the game and had that LLR move ready, I don't need that in my life. I just don't like that. Like, there's really no part of me that's like, oh, that's cool, it's a good idea. No, it's not cool, it's not a good idea. I'm not a fan of that. To have a specialist with an EMP, that's pretty tight. And it sucks when you're fighting her or whatever, but I think that's fair. You get the barbed wire, for example, like the barbed wire guy, you get that like a lot. So I mean, it's not really, she'll knock out like maybe half of the ones you have, which sucks, but whatever. I mean, you can live, and if they don't even have engineer, they might not even see it and stuff like that. So I'm not really tripping necessarily on the EMP side. I actually think that's a good addition, and I'm glad that there's EMPs in the game. I actually thought it was a very weird omission. I felt though like maybe it was omitted from the start of the game. Simply because there were so many specialists that use like things that could be EMP'd. They kind of wanted to make them a little bit powerful, so I was like, well, I guess that's kind of a check and balance you have, but it sucks because I really like the EMP and I like getting those poisons, I like disturbing people. And when you throw it and you hit people, it doesn't take like as long. It's definitely not like as powerful as it was in Black Ops 2 or anything like that, which is fair because the EMP honestly in Black Ops 2 may have been a little bit OP in all fairness. But you know, it was a piece of technical equipment and someone else could carry a flash and hit you with it. So yeah, that one's not alright. The C4 has always been the worst one that's kind of been like a little bit OP in the Call of Duty history, in the Black Ops history. The EMP I think you can kind of live with, but it was definitely close to ish around there. But the MP is really strong in this game, though. I've had a lot of times, I don't think it happens in this game, where like someone's like holed up in this building, for example, over here, and I just kind of chuck the MP. Maybe they have like the barbed wire and the stuff downstairs. Somebody's holed up downstairs, blah blah blah, barbed wire, and I kind of chuck it on the roof of this building, and it still kills it. So the radius in terms of like where it penetrates from a building, it's pretty impressive how like far that like thing goes. So the EMP I think is very well situated. I think her LNR, that one's a little bit too much for me. You know, jacking up someone else's like kind of sight and all that stuff, I guess that's okay. You know, messing up their radar, I don't like it, but whatever. But the kill streak thing, or the score streak thing, is just absurd. I have no tolerance for that. Having said that, though, when you play as Zero, whoa, is it pretty damn good to take over things. Now, my issue is, and you know, humble brag here, I don't really have too many streaks put on me normally. It's not really like a common thing for like people to have like 16 choppers on me, so you know, that's kind of not really a situation I'm into often. If I am, it's not a good thing, obviously. I haven't really had the chance to kind of like use it in that situation where I take away someone's like all their stuff and you know, hack or whatever. But normally I do what I did there. I hack like 2 barbed wires and maybe like a guardian or something like that, and that's kind of it. That's normally how it goes for me. But even that's like still tight, and you mess up like their equipment and whatnot. You know, kind of the check and balance to it is that you're able to see where she is while she's doing that. Kind of like a little icon appears and some people come find you. But oftentimes you're like deep in your spawn. Like, it's pretty tough to get there, man. So overall, Zero I think has some balancing issues still to go, especially with that LNR move. But I like the EMP, I like the concept of her, and I like adding specialists into the game, free of charge, obviously. That brings something new to the game. I think that's pretty cool. Let's not do anything too crazy. It changes everything. Let's not make someone extremely OP. But overall, in my opinion, if I had to give a grade at 0, I'd give her an 8 out of 10. We need some tweaking, but the general concept's all right. And I wouldn't mind scrapping the LNR thing entirely. But it's probably here to stay, so I mean, there ain't really much you can do about that. I ain't get to talk about Nuketown much. I'll give you my skinny. I'm just as bad as I normally am on it. It's a little bit too hectic for me. I still haven't figured out like the perfect guns, whether to go a little bit like assault rifle or submachine gun, but I like it. And that's kind of the crazy part. I guess that's what makes this map special.